What's up, everybody? Welcome to LettermenRow.com. I am Jeremy Birmingham. This is Birminology. We are spending a little bit more time focusing on the class of 2022. And to that end, today we're having a little bit of a different style of Birminology, more of a roundtable. I've got four of Ohio State's 2022 commitments joining me today with Gabe Powers, Bennett Christian, Dasan McCullough, and of course, Captain Buckeye CJ Hicks on the call. Guys, welcome. Thanks for taking some time to talk. I know that you guys right now are very busy according to the internet and social media, and you guys have sort of set the world on fire in the last week with a number of tweets and hints and innuendos. And I don't want to talk too much about that stuff because I know you have to respect privacy of other players and keep things let things unfold on their own time. But I'll start with you, CJ, Captain Buckeye. What the heck is going on that has given you guys just so much confidence to be this outgoing about things? And what are you doing that's registering so well with other commits or other players around the country who may commit?
Just communication, for real. Like we was talking about beforehand in the group chat, we got everybody's active in it. We got people that's not committed and that's going to commit soon that we can't say, but everybody's very active in it, and the communication is great.
I mean, Dasan, what makes – I'll talk to you about this because you were a unique case, one of those guys that kind of felt like you were committed for a while before you were actually committed.
Yeah, no, I'm trying. Is my camera off right now? Like my screen just like froze.
Oh, we see you, bro.
No, we see you.
You can see me now?
You look great.
Yeah, you look good.
Okay, my screen just froze. So could you re-ask that? My bad.
No worries. For someone like yourself, you almost seemed committed for a while before you were actually committed. What makes these guys in this class or the relationships that are building so different, and why do you think that is registering so well with other kids around the country? Now he's frozen.
Yeah, he's frozen.
It still looks great though. He'll come back.
Always looks great.
He'll come back. Hey, Bennett, let's go to you then. Let's ask you that question while we wait for Dasan to get back on board here. What is it that makes the relationships you guys are?
My whole computer has shut off. I don't know what was going on. I'm on my phone now though, so I'm all good. I don't know what was going on.
No worries. That's the beauty of the internet, Dasan. We can adjust, we can adapt, we can figure things out. So I guess I'll ask you this question again. I'll go back to you, Bennett. You were committed, it seemed like, for a while before you were actually committed to Dasan. Like there was this vibe that like you kind of knew that the Ohio State class is where you wanted to end up. What was it about the relationship that you had built with CJ and other guys that you knew were coming that made it feel so much different and made you want to get on board so early?
Yeah, CJ was definitely a big reason why I committed early. I feel like it's that player, like recruiting, like having a relationship with players you're going to be, there 3 to 4 years with. So I feel like that's a big thing. And that's kind of what we're using to recruit players right now is kind of building a relationship with all of them, 2 years in advance. So it can kind of have that family feeling before, we even meet them, which is exactly what happened to me. I haven't met CJ or any other coaches or anything like that, but they already feel like family to me.
I think one of the things that's most interesting to me, Bennett and Gabe, is that you guys are all so different personality-wise. CJ is very, I'm going to just say, kind of suave, kind of, you got a little you got a little different energy. Bennett, you're kind of more like intense and passionate. You can just sort of feel it when you talk. Gabe is the guy in the dark right there who doesn't want.
Gabe doesn't talk. We all know that. From my personal experience, Gabe.
But
you guys just constantly on that text. Like you guys don't leave that group message.
Gabe does not have a phone. It's like he lives like in a turtle shell, still trying to come out. It's funny.
Gabe, obviously, you're a kid from 30 minutes away from Columbus. There was an expectation that you would end up in this class from the minute that you got the offer. But not everyone wants to be Mr. Recruiter, right? I mean, that's okay. Everyone wants to handle their process their own way. What way have you felt most helpful, I guess, in these last few months since you committed, as far as trying to get everyone on board?
I haven't done too much. It's all Deshaun, CJ. They do a lot of the recruiting. They talk a lot, so I'll let them do all the talking. And yeah, I haven't done much about the recruiting lately. That's all.
And you're not alone. And you're not alone, as we talked about before we recorded here. Tegra Tishabola is very quiet, very under the radar. Jair's a little bit more. Jair Brown, who's also not on the call with us tonight, is a little bit more outgoing as well. But Jair is the type of kid who likes to post when he gets offers from other schools, and everyone wants to do this their own way. Do you guys have conversations? So we'll just talk about Jair because he's not here. It makes it easy. When he posts a picture about another offer, CJ, Deshaun, Bennett, Gabe, are you guys like, dude, what are you doing? Or is it like, hey, we're all going to celebrate every possible success?
Well,
I mean,
Jair do his thing.
All right, I can answer this. Well, for me, like I think I really like I want to congratulate him because every offer counts, even like you don't want to take into consideration. It's still a chance to play the next level for free. So I think it's really a good thing that he getting those opportunities, even though he may not want to take it, but it's still really cool.
You guys, I'm going to go back to the bevy of tweets that have got everyone going, and it's actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but when those things happen, the person who gets most annoyed is me.
Because everybody asking you what's going on.
Right, because you guys, I know that. I mean, I do this to you guys. There goes a text, and then it's like, okay, what is going on? What are we talking about? And then you don't want to talk about stuff, but then people want to talk to me about it. So they're like, hey, Berm, what's going on? And then I have to be like, tonight, I'm trying to make dinner, trying to grill some salmon, and I got, we see an Instagram post from Caleb Burton, for example, about posting something tonight, right? Wednesday. And so then it's like, oh, Caleb, what are we doing? And it's like, oh, it's just a football picture. And this recruiting stuff has driven everyone crazy, right? Do you guys enjoy that? Do you enjoy the opportunity to sort of pull the strings that way?
Most definitely.
I do.
Yeah,
It's fun.
yeah.
I like it. I like suspense.
It's fun. Yeah, it's funny to watch people's reaction, people guessing and doing everything like that.
Oh man, it's fun. It's fun to stir up the pot. It is.
I mean, the class of 2021 obviously did a lot of that with the steak emoji thing a few months ago, and nobody still knows what that meant, but yet it turned into graphics at Ohio State and stuff like that. Right. Do you miss the days, or do you even care that when I'm going to ask Gabe this because I think it's like the last time he'll talk, but when it comes out that a potential decision is coming, right? And all of a sudden you see the crystal ball start to turn and you see the predictions and stories being written about where you're going. Do you wish that this process maybe still had a little bit more mystery when it came to an actual decision?
Yeah, for sure. It kind of the crystal balls kind of give it away a little bit, but you for sure wish that they didn't have the crystal balls.
Is there a way to avoid that? I mean, I saw that Marcus Allen, wide receiver.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
He tweeted. Go ahead, CJ. You can take over from there.
No, you were just saying that it takes away the excitement when people recruit, like not recruit, but commit. Like it's people in the group chat that just was talking about it today. They was talking about they're not saying nothing to nobody when they commit. They're just gonna do it out of the blue.
I mean, I think that's really the only way it can be done anymore. And it's not a knock on national reporters or whatever who work for those services because it's their job and they're trying to sell subscriptions. But it has to be somewhat off-putting for you guys when you say, hey, I'm going to give you this information so that you can prepare a story. And then it ends up being a crystal ball prediction, which essentially leaks your decision. I mean, is that something that other kids, I mean, I know you said that, in the group chat, people are talking about it today, but do you think that that's something that will happen more often, that we see these sort of misinformation tactics or these sort of hype builders happen just to throw people off?
Yeah, definitely. And the only reason I say that is because like what I told CJ, like before I committed, like I was doing it a little bit on Twitter because people knew. I mean, everybody was kind of assuming where I was going to go. I mean, I guess it really didn't take away the excitement for me exactly because it didn't really bother me. But, I was kind of trying to like stir it up and like let's get other teams in there too. That's what a lot of recruits try to do so they don't just ruin their moment. Like let's get it focused on a couple teams or something like that so they kind of can still have their moment when they decide to commit.
Yeah, I mean, for three of you guys, for CJ, for Deshaun, and for Gabe, I think the belief was for a few weeks before at least you had committed that Ohio State was going to be the choice. Bennett, it was totally different for you because most people assumed that you were going to end up committing to Tennessee where your father played.
Right.
And then, the word of your visit to Columbus came out and then all of a sudden every crystal ball changes. And I guess I just wonder how much that sort of stuff actually bothers people because again, I know people are trying to do their job and sell subscriptions, but does it make the whole process feel less trustworthy for you guys?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I think it could too because a lot of these guys will go talk to reporters, maybe slip up and say the one wrong thing, and it's all over Twitter now. So it's not like they're keeping it to themselves or anything like that. Like I had 2 crystal balls in before I committed, like a couple weeks before. So I could feel that from the perspective of knowing that you're going to go there and things like that. And I know a lot of recruits, they don't want people to know because they really just want to have that whole moment, to themselves, when they recruit or commit with their families and everything like that.
Like Damani Jackson, one of the country's top prospects in your class, he on Wednesday there was some crystal ball predictions put in for him in Ohio State, and so I'll bring him up in this. And then he went on Twitter and did a LOL as about the predictions, and I don't know if that's a response to I can't believe people are talking about this or why are they talking about it, but it is interesting just to see how that goes. But I don't want to talk too much about that class building stuff because I know, like I said, you guys have to continue building those relationships and of the guys you're hoping to bring in. But how do you think that your recruitment has been changed or impacted? Obviously 4 very early commitments, but by the dead periods continuing the way they are.
Man, I can answer this because really I started getting recruited heavily over the quarantine. My first offer last October. But I really picked up in quarantine, but that was also the time where I couldn't take visits. And so I kind of had to take it all on my own time. Like I visited Ohio State on my own time. I visited Tennessee on my own time. So, really it sucks really badly. And that's why, no one wants to. We all want to go visit and see our coaches and stuff and obviously meet the guys and the family. So,
especially because
go ahead.
No, especially for you guys in your group, all of you were committed, Bennett, except for you who committed on September 1st. You were all committed before that opportunity to really open up full communication. So how do you feel like Gabe, I know your father being a coach, you had a little bit more opportunity to talk to people before the first, but CJ, for someone like you or Deshaun, like you guys were committed for a long time, but is it weird that you have to jump through all these hoops to talk to the coaches? Do you feel like it was something that the NCAA should have addressed, considering you missed an entire summer of on-campus opportunities?
I could answer this. I feel like it definitely should have been lifted up earlier. When the dead period got moved back even farther, I feel like it should have gave us a little bit of room for our class and allow coaches to probably talk to us, even if it was like a month earlier or something like that. Kind of to give us more of an opportunity to get to know coaches for those guys that really need like those relationships that can't take visits. So they really needed that time.
And CJ, your response, you were offered and then you thought you were going to take some time before you committed and then it ended up taking about 2 weeks. But again, even as an Ohio kid, you had to wait another 4 months before you could really talk to the Ohio State coaches whenever you want. Do you feel like if you would have had the opportunity to visit other schools the way that you initially wanted to, it might have given you at least a few more months to sort things out?
I probably would have taken more visits and, like you said, taken my time with my decision, but I already know I was going to be a Buckeye.
Well, so did everyone else because of the crystal ball.
Yeah, I got crystal ball. before I even had I picked up my first 4 offers, and everybody already crystal balled me to go to Ohio State.
I mean, is the overall, class of 2021 as good as they are right now? They're the number 2 class in the country and still battling for that number 1 spot. Do you guys have it a set in your mind that you have to have a better class than them?
We don't have to. We will. We will.
Yeah, I think we all think that we're going to have the number 1 class and definitely beat out the 21 class. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Is it? Oh boy, I'm trying to figure out how to best state this. Give me, if you could, 5 or 6 guys in your minds that you're like, we have got to get these dudes. Make this your recruiting pitch to the world. Why should the best players in the country join you at Ohio State?
Because what we're building here. Oh, you go.
Yeah, I'll go first and just say it's a brotherhood first and foremost already. Like just talking virtually with like Deshaun and CJ and all the guys, really just kind of you really feel that aspect that that's what it's going to be like at Ohio State. It's really going to be a brotherhood and a place where you win national championships but have fun at the same time. The coaches are amazing. It's going to be a really good atmosphere and everything. It's a really pretty campus, but I'll let Deshaun continue for me.
I feel like if I had to give a recruiting pitch, like you said, especially for my defensive guys, kind of look at who we have right now already. We have the top, 4 linebackers in the country, or 3 right now, coming to Ohio State. So I feel like if you're a DB or a safety, or even D lineman at that, that should be really intriguing for you to want to come join that. Defensive wise, it's going to be historical for Ohio State. And I'm not going to speak too much, obviously, about the offense and everything like that. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be number 1 in the country also. So I feel like that's going to be really intriguing for recruits to, take a look at, even if they can't visit anywhere right now. There's a lot of early commits, so you have a lot of guys to talk to and really, get their opinion on why they committed early. So that's also an advantage they have.
Do you think that, Gabe, for a guy like you who handles yourself a little different, then there are players out there like Caden Curry, for example, or Blake Miller, who are maybe a little less involved in the social media side of things and don't want the attention that other players might? Is there a guy or two that you feel like, hey, this is maybe someone I would vibe with in a different way? I mean, is that a consideration, or are you just sort of waiting for people to come to you?
No, it's anybody. Like I said, like off the brotherhood, I don't even talk much in the group chat, but it still feels, we still have a brotherhood with everybody. So
sure,
it's just I can vibe with anybody. I mean, it's not anyone in particular or anything like that.
And Bennett, do you feel like a little bit like you're behind because on the offensive side of the ball, you right now are the leader of this class because Tegra is pretty quiet. Is there a scoreboard that these guys are running up on you? And if you go down the list here, you see linebacker, defensive back, tight end, offensive tackle. When do you get to like stand up and be like, guys, look what I did?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels that way, but I think that's got to change here soon. I don't want to give anything away, but
I mean, I don't want you to give anything away. I know a lot of people watching and listening to this probably would like you to give things away, but we'll let that unfold on its own due time.
Right. And I'm talking to guys who, I mean, like they have know I'm talking to. That's looking like they're joining here as well. So it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait for it.
Last thing before I let you guys go here, what is it that you would like to see happen moving forward with the dead period? And I mean, I've heard rumors that could potentially expand into March even. Is there a thought after watching what the class of 2021 did a weekend ago about maybe you guys trying to get together in Columbus or in Ohio somewhere, before then, like the 21 class did? And if so, where are those plans at right now?
But we talked about this, I think last week, because like you said, last week is when 21s got together. But yeah, for sure, we're probably gonna have a Buckeye Bash like they did for our grade as well. Probably will be after the season or sometime in January.
Deshaun mentioned that in the group chat. So when we have our own batch and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's been
Well, I
talked
mean,
about.
do you see, like, I mean, Michigan is doing that in the next 2 weekends. Damani's supposed to be going to Ann Arbor, and I know William Johnson's supposed to obviously swing over there as well, being from up in that area. Do you guys feel like you have to do that, or is it a matter of feeling like it's just the next step in what really helps build a class?
Well, first off, you can't say that word, but yeah,
What?
it's
I
not
can't say
really
Damani Jackson?
nah. Team up north. It's a team up north.
My apologies.
Stay up north, but we're not doing it like we don't feel like we have to. We're just doing it because we just want to see each other. Like with Sean Murphy, I talked to him before I talked to Deshaun. He was probably the first recruit I started talking to. And we talked for a very long time, and then we seen each other at the Under Armour camp, and like you saw, we acting like we already knew each other. That's how we're all gonna act. We all just want to see each other for real.
Exactly, for sure.
Well, I appreciate you guys taking time. Because I know Deshaun, I know you got to get to a football meeting, and the rest of you guys are probably tired of talking to me anyway. So keep up, the good work. I'm glad to get a chance to catch up to you. Gabe, good to talk to you. Hope the off season goes well. Bennett, CJ Hicks, Bennett Christian, Deshaun McCullough, Gabe Powers. I'm Jeremy Birmingham. This has been Birminology. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back next week with other guys. Who knows how many next time. Thanks.
Awesome.